Hello everyone, my name is Kurt and you're watching Kurt Plays the Sax. Now, I do have my saxophone with me, but as you can see I do not have a mouthpiece, therefore I do not have a reed, I do not have a way to play it. Unless I were to go to my room and get a reed out and the mouthpiece out. Here's my I have a little stand that I will place the saxophone on because I'm not playing today. I'm going to teach you guys how to play. I'll teach you how to play the saxophone another time. I'm simply going to make a short video on how to read music, but I'm just going to make it really easy, okay? There are technically two scales. There's the treble clef and then there's the bass clef. Okay, I say scale, sorry, clef. Scales, there are many scales depending on what notes you're playing. The treble clef kind of looks like that shape. Not exactly, but I try to draw it freehand, so forgive me. You can look it up on the internet, it's there, you know, put in treble clef symbol and you'll find it. So it kind of looks like, the definition kind of said it looks like a G. I guess so. But there's this extra loop here at the bottom. It goes over the 5 lines at the top on the loop. And on the very top is a picture of a piano. I'm not going to go over the black keys. We're just going to go over the white keys. So we're going to learn the scale, the clef, yes, but the 5 lines on the page to read the bass clef, not the treble clef. The bass clef is what you would use to play the tenor saxophone. Probably most woodwinds play in the treble clef. A low, maybe a baritone saxophone might play in the bass clef. So let's go over those notes, where they are on the scale, on the treble clef, and then over the piano, just the white, just the bottom part. We'll go over the black keys later, so we're going to talk about the white keys first. I'm going to go ahead and write the note where the key is, okay? I'll see if I can use this marker. If you can see it, then great. If not, I'm just going to try to use this as the indicator. Alright, so when we read, we go from the bottom up in the treble clef. I believe they also go from the bottom up in the bass clef. Alright, so if you have this line, okay, this circle here, if there is a line in the middle of it, that is middle C on the piano. Middle C. Okay, let me explain the piano. A regular piano has 88 white keys. 88. That means there are 11 octaves because there are 8 notes for 1 octave. 8 notes. Let's start with, so we'll continue. I'll show you where these notes line up, but first you have to learn how to read the page first, right? You gotta learn how to read that page. Middle C, this would be the middle C. We have 2 acronyms to learn. So between the lines, and we're just gonna learn this right here. We'll go over these later, anything lower or anything higher, all right? We're just going to stay on this first line, that first line to the fifth line up. All right, let's go between the lines first. F, A, C, E. F, A, C, E. Face. So the first note, F, A, C, E. Face. That's the acronym. Well, it is a word, okay? It's not an acronym. The second one is an acronym on the lines. The notes on the lines. So remember, just remember the word face. All right, now the 5 lines, the acronym is every good boy does fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E, G, B, D, F. Every good boy does fine. That's the acronym you want to learn. That's what we memorized. That's for the treble clef. Bass clef is kind of similar. Similar to the lines of the treble clef, but between the lines it's quite different. So face, you know, the whole face, F, A, C, E, between the lines, there are 4 spots between the lines. The 5 lines, starting from the bottom, every good boy does fine. E, G, B, D, F. Okay, where does that land on the piano? Where does that land? Well, I added a couple of notes back and a couple of notes past. I'll tell you what I mean. Most people start with C. Okay, there are 8 notes, like I said, but alphabetically it starts at A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Right? Back to A. That makes 8 notes, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. 1 octave. But when you play concert C, there are no flats or sharps on the piano. You play just the white keys. You start on the letter C. That's the reason why we're starting on the letter C. That's why I'm teaching you starting with C. That's the letter C. So if you look at the piano, there are 2 black keys, an empty space, as in, what I mean is there's not a black key there. 3 black keys, and then another spot that doesn't have a black key. And then it repeats itself. That's really that right there. This is this one up here. I can't show you. That's just 1 octave and two notes, or technically 1, 2, 3 half steps down from C. We're gonna call that middle C right there, okay? That note right there. Middle C. This one is the next C. That's 1 octave. All right? C. All right. So there we are. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. No flats or sharps. Flats or sharps are these black keys. We'll go over them in the next lesson. So we're just going to start with the basic. This is basically what you learn in your first class in school when you're learning how to read music. And of course, there will be a different class, a different day where you go over what they call fingerings of the saxophone or of whatever instrument you're learning. We call it fingerings. You could call it they're buttons. Which button do I need to press? You know, the teacher typically calls it fingerings. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. 1 octave. That's the concert C scale. No flats, no sharps. That C, we're going to say that's this one right here. Where is this C? Where's that C? Alright, so if that's that big, then I'm going to make the other one bigger. I'm going to make it to size. There's going to be a line in between it. So that's a little bit bigger than but anyway. There's going to be another note. So think of this as every other note has a line through it. If you go down 2 more notes, it's going to have a line through it. But that's going to be in the bass clef. Bass clef. That will be in the bass clef. Now, if you go up, you will also have lines. Kind of weird, but every other line, every other note above the F right here, this line, the last line, 2 more notes, and there's a line between it, or through it. 2 more out above that, a line through it. So every spot, basically, every other line outside of this clef, either below or above, has a line through it. Now, I'll also show you how to read the notes, as in what gets the beat, how many beats are there, what's a measure, all these things. Fortissimo, what does fortissimo mean? Things of that, you know, the terms that you hear. Forte, what does forte mean? So anyway, that's what we have. C, all the way back to C, no flats, no sharps, concert C on the piano, no black keys. You don't play any black keys in that. But when I play the concert C on the saxophone, that's different. My instrument is in the key of B flat. That means when the teacher or the conductor says, okay, we're going to play the concert B flat scale, since my instrument is in the key of B flat, that means I have no flats, no sharps. That would be, but the piano is going to play something different. It's kind of confusing, you know, I mean, that's just the way it goes. I would play C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And the teacher will probably indicate 2 octaves. If they're going to say 2 octaves, I'm going to play the lowest C in my saxophone. And then I'm going to go up to my highest C. I have about 2 1/4 octaves. I would say I have about 2 octaves easily, and an extra 1 step down, start two steps, 2 half steps, and I have probably 3 or 4 half steps above my high C. So 2.5 octaves, I would say. All right, I will show you, I don't know how soon, but we will go over surely the next one. We're gonna go a little bit more deep. We're gonna have to go deeper. What are these black keys? I'll teach you. We'll talk about the black keys in the next video. Alright guys, if you have any questions, if I wasn't clear enough, if I turned my head and I was talking and you didn't hear me, please let me know. If you can't hear me in this whole video, I don't know, just let me know. Leave a message. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something new, and we will go over the saxophone. I think we'll just start with short videos on how to read notes and what do the notes mean and what does the scale, what are the scales, and then I'll show you the fingerings on the instrument before I even play songs for you. Play songs and I need to get back to practicing. This has been a long time coming since I've basically started and stopped for a while, and now I have to restart everything. So I hope you guys can just bear with me, and I'm gonna have to get used to doing videos again and kind of get this more professionalism. This might start off really sloppy with my videos, but anyway, I would like to get my camera closer. I wish I could zoom in. I don't know if there's a way to do that before I start the video. That would be nice, but for now I have something in my way that's keeping me from getting the camera closer. Maybe I'll have to move that around, or move this somewhere else. Tell me about the lighting. Is the lighting okay? Is there too much light? Can you see me okay? Can you see the board all right? All right, again, Kurt plays a sax. We're gonna learn terms, how to read the music, what's the scales and fingerings. We're gonna do, that's basically we're gonna start out with early on. I hope you guys stick around and learn to play the saxophone. If not, I hope you enjoy watching, even if it's something entertaining, then great. I hope it's an entertaining value. Now I can't even speak. I'm getting a little, I don't know, it's like I'm falling over my feet in a way. Alright guys, Kurt plays the sax. Please subscribe, please continue watching, and have a great day. See you in the next video. Goodbye.